All right, guys, I couldn't wait. I'm sorry. I went ahead and moved the gantry forward, and I know nobody's online right now, and everybody's already went to bed because it's 3:05 in the morning. But of course, as soon as I stopped the stream, I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not letting it beat me like that. So basically, all I did was move the gantry forward, make sure that they, running in a straight line across the bed, and started the calibration. It went straight to the first calibration point, second calibration point. Now I'm on the third calibration point. I changed the points on the Arduino. Of course, I had to change, the X, Y, and Z on the Arduino. But yeah, I just couldn't let it beat me like that. So I was bound and determined to make this work. So it worked. Let me go on the view to watch page here, and nobody's going to be watching this. I know that view to watch page. Oh, Mike Whaley is back. Hey Mike, I'm glad you came back. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't go to bed and just let it beat me like that. So I'm back on. Gonna run it through the calibration. I may not do the first print, but god dang it, I wanted it to finish the calibration tonight, and be danged if it's not gonna do it. So it is actually, I can try to turn it. Let me see if I can turn it for you. Hey Mater Scars, what's up, buddy? Well, I just did a friggin' 8-hour live stream and failed miserably. So I came back and I said, screw it. I did what I said I was going to do, and the Mark 42 bed is going through its calibrations right now as we speak. And I know a lot of guys are going to be mad because they were on here for 8 hours and we didn't get it working. Oh yeah, Anders, sorry. Man, I done told you I'm really, really bad with names, and I will get it. It just takes me a little longer. I'm good with faces, man. That's the thing. I'm really good with faces. We only got 2 watching. We had 9 watching a while ago. Oh, look, it found all 4. Now let's see if it'll go forward and continue the testing. So that's really what it's all about. It needs to. All right, so now it's doing the calibration points. And it was completely my fault what I did. In my haste, there's no better word for it, to get this up and running, I didn't do everything I should have done. Cut corners, and cutting corners doesn't work when you're trying to set up a precise machine. So I'm going to move some tools around here and get crap out of the way, because it's got to go through all 9 points and get everything calibrated. Let me see if I can find. Here's a thing here. We might actually set up some filament and get something on here. I'm not sure. I don't really have a lot. I don't want to do a benchy because they take forever. Let me see what I can find that's quick and easy and down and dirty and that type of thing. I've got a little bit of silver here. We'll go ahead and load it up. Anders, you gonna stay with me for a bit? You in and out? Or Mike Whaley, he says hi, and I don't hear much from Mike. I'm glad y'all are back. I figured I'd be by myself. Or I'm glad y'all are here. Let me put it that way. Not back. Ordered a new printer from some parts for my clone MK42. Cool. That's what we're trying to get set up here, and that's basically what's happening. It is going through the calibration now on the clone or bio MK42. And what had happened was okay, that's fine. Yeah, Mike and a lot of those guys are going to be mad at me for actually redoing this stream, because they were with me for 8 hours on here, man, and I couldn't get it, and I told them I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it till tomorrow, and I came back and freaking did it anyway. I did. I got up and walked out of the room, and I'm like, no, it's not going to beat me like that. So I came back in and I had to move the gantry forward by about 10 millimeters. That's all. Just move the gantry forward by 10 millimeters and everything is jam up and jelly tight. So what's up, Scott? Man, you can't just jump in here with you can't just jump in here with symbols, Scott. It killed you. I don't even know what it was. What was your message? You deleted message. Oh, there you go. I see why now. It'll give you a second. Alright, found one. Found number 2. Give it a second, Scott. See if it'll let you back in. Try another one now. I don't know. Nope, you're not in timeout, so you should be good. Alright, Anders, that's cool. Scott, what are you doing back here? Yeah, I was just telling him y'all were gonna be mad because I came back in. I walked out of the room when I got off my stream. I walked out of the room and I turned around and said, no, it's just not, that's not going to beat me like that. So I came back, I moved the gantry forward, and I changed the settings in the firmware like I was doing earlier. I set everything exactly right. It went straight to the first point, started calibration, and it's running through calibration right now. I'm going to go grab me a drink, and I'll be back in here. Made with aged vanilla. What's up, Rover? Yeah, Rover, I was telling them I walked out and said, no, you're not beating me like that. So I turned around and I come back in here and fixed it. Moved the gantry forward like we talked about right at the end. And changed the firmware, hit the go button, and guess what? It's going. It went straight into calibration. Found the first point. Yeah, and, you know, I think, what are you giving me, Rover? I think everybody else, you know, had given up on me. Not really. I mean, everybody was here until the end, man. I cannot complain at all. I'm glad you got the alert. Normally there's no alerts, but seems like this one's working okay. You know, I wish all the other guys could have been here. I wish all the other guys could have been in here to see this. So it's improving bed calibration points if you can't see that, and I know you can't read it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a mini Rambo. So basically this will be a printed MK2 is what this will be. It will be a printed MK2 Prusa MK2S. With the Mark 42 bed, the mini Rambo. It's got the standard Pender probe on it, which is held in right now by toothpicks. No, it's A&W root beer, buddy. Root beer. I don't like cream soda. And it takes 12 to 13, 14 minutes to go through calibration. I mean, it's not fast. Yeah, I talked to them about ordering an INC. The problem is with the 2130s, You really need to run the, you have to go into the firmware and change a lot of stuff so that it'll pick up the 2130 drivers with the Prusa firmware. You can't use the MK42 bed with just standard Marlin unless you want to write a lot of code for this calibration stuff. You can't use it, you can't just probe the bed. So that's something you need to take into account. You can't buy an MK42 and just put it on a printer and say, okay, do your thing. It's got to know exactly where all the probe points are. So you have to run Prusa's firmware on the MK42. What's not showing up on my vid stream? The chat. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold on. It's because I don't have the right link in the chat. Hold on one second. I will have that fixed. Challenge accepted. Go right ahead, buddy. If you get it, if you do that, then you're, you know, you want to spend more time on it than I do. Paste and okay. And now we have chat. Just like so. It is now. But anyway, what I'm saying is, though, the 9 points that are on here, it's the only place you can probe. So yeah, I understand your challenge accepted, but running the Prusa firmware is easier if you have a Mark 42 bed. Now that's you said MK2 clone, so you're not saying you got the bed. This is the Orballo MK42 clone, which only it's a PCB, so it's super flat. It's super nice. It heats really nicely. I've got to figure out what can we make that don't take forever, man. What do I got? What do I got that we can make? I think that I have. Let me go to the MK2 slicer. I'm gonna make a model that we can print. Alright, it's checking that SKU stuff now. See, this is when I wish Mad Mike was in here, because he would love this. Let's go ahead and make a bishop. This is Prusa PLA. Alright, so we're going to do that. And we're going to change the printer settings a little bit. Because I have to change the retraction on the... Nope, there's... Where the hell is retraction on this stuff? There's the bridge, that's fine. Speed, spurt, and rim, no. Filament settings, here we go. Advanced, no. Nope, that's not it. Up to be, no, we're good. Alright, so found all 9. Measuring reference heights of calibration points. So now it's going to go through and do a yes. The 42 bed with the 9 calibration points in the XYZ and the magnetic overlay on the bed for the firmware, the size is the same. Okay. So what does it say? axes are perpendicular, so I wasn't even slightly askew. My plastic printer is perfectly straight. Booyah! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I've got to do retraction. So let me do my retraction. Retraction speed, retraction length. This is what we need. I need 3.0 millimeters on the change. I'm going to name it the Bowden. I don't actually need it to finish this print. We don't need to continually or actually make it all the way to the end of this print. So I'm going to take this card out of here. I'm going to hit OK on here. Alright, so what I've got to do is I've got to load filament first. And we've got to do the Z calibration, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Let me move this back some so I can let me get to it actually. Alright. So let's take the filament. It takes the filament in its hand. Holy crap, stop. You unwinding bastard. Oh, sorry. I mean to cuss like that. What's up, Derek? Good morning, buddy. Yeah, I shouldn't be awake, but I am. Alright, so let's run some filament down to the extruder. Alright, so we're there. Alright, and first off, let's go ahead and do the Z height calibration. First, let's preheat with PLA. Alright, so it's doing that. So let it preheat up while I am slicing this. I'm going to say slice now. It's a 0.2 layer height, 100 millimeters a second. Damn, that's going to be quick. I hit slice. Hit the export G code. We're going to go down to the SD card. And we're going to hit save. I guess it's done. Is it done? It looks done. Exported to F Bishop G code. Yep, so it's done. So let's take you and eject. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so it was ejected. And we're going to reload it into here. Sorting. Alright. Alright, so where are we at? We're at 179, 41 and 55. Let's go to calibration. We're going to calibrate Z. Man, I gotta do something about them wires. There, all jacked up. Alright. Alright, so now it's gonna go around and it's gonna do the D29 calibration again, which we'd already done. No, well, yes and no, because you don't print on the Mark 52. You print on the removable plate. So the size is the same, the 250 by 210. So yeah, in that case, it would not know the difference. But it uses a different calibration to do the 52 versus the 42. And there are settings in the firmware. If you go get the firmware, you can turn it off and on. So, sorry about that. You're right. They look exactly the same. Alright, so those are good. Alright, so now let's go see if we can get something to stick. I haven't cleaned the bed either, so we got to do the first layer calibration. PLA is loaded. It says it's heating, which it shouldn't be heating. It's pretty much done. Doing bed leveling. And I guess y'all can see that. I can't really see what y'all see yet. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see it. You can see it working. So I really need to get the alcohol and drink some. I mean, pour some and wipe the bed. Yeah, I think you can, Scott. Yeah, come on, Filament. You can do it. Oh, never mind. I got to change firmware again. Which it doesn't mess up my calibration, which is cool. But the problem is, I don't know why they don't want to do that. I've got to invert my why is it not working right? Alright, so I've got to invert this backwards the other way. That's fine. Okay, so let's go fault. My extruder was running the wrong way. So we're going to reflash. Push this back down in here. Because I don't have any. Alright. Okay. Now while that's doing that, let's run you over here. Let's get some alcohol. Why don't we do that? Where'd my alcohol go? Oh Lord, I lost my alcohol. There it is. I'm looking at it. I gotta be careful with those. Give me a cleaning. Oh, hope that don't mess me up. What was it, 150? Nah, it's cool enough. Turned my fan off before I was cooled off. So. And I need to let y'all know that through no fault of this bed was it having an issue. Okay. There's no glass plate on here. That's the PEI that they sent. It's not a brown color. It is clear and it is slick as glass. So it's PEI, not glass. There's a sticker on top of the bed. It's the same one that the Prusa Mark 42 comes with, except this one's clear. Yeah, maybe. Alright, let's go try the calibration again. PLA is loaded, so we're gonna wait till it heats up a little bit, and then once it heats up I'll squirt some PLA out and get that to work. I know, right? It's a beautiful bed. Yeah, I was having a brain foobar, that's right. Yeah, I know. Your brain went foobar there for a second, Rover. Alright, so we are actually getting some filament through the nozzle now. Oh yeah, ow, that's hot. God dang almighty, that's hot. Alright, now this is working just like the Mark II and the Mark III on the leveling. So y'all can see that, I guess. I've got Arduino up in front of me. Yeah, cancel. Alright. Alright, so let's see if we squirt any filament out and make sure. Alright, we're feeding the right direction this time. Are we sticking to the bed? Well, get damn sure put it out there at the end, that's for sure. You know what? That needs to go down some. Go down a whole millimeter. Or 0.1 millimeter. Let's see what we get here. Still not stuck. Let's go down. Go down 0.2. See if we're sticking. There we go. That's a little better. Let's go down to 0.3. Alright, so I lowered it. Lowered at 0.3 with the baby stepping. Yeah, I hope the other guys don't get too upset about me coming back on here. And I know it's my channel, I can do whatever the hell I want to, but you know, I told them I was going to bed and then I turned around and I didn't. And sometimes that pisses people off. You have to be careful. Because I like people to get on my channel. Man, that is just friggin' awesome right there. And that one stuck good. It could probably go down a little bit more, but not much. Let me clean that off without getting, I don't want no oil on it. Alright, so we're good. We're good on the Z. Go to print from SD. We're going to try that one right there. We're going to see if it'll work. We are going to see if this will work. Y'all still with me? I'm still showing 3 on here. I ain't went back to sleep, have you? Nope, now there's 4. Hey, everybody. So we laid down plastic, y'all. Y'all saw my first plastic laid down with the new Mark 42, and look at there. It's actually really good, believe it or not. That's a really good laydown of plastic. So I tell you, if this works, I will have 3 printers that friggin' print outstanding, and then the Delta. I know, Mike. I know you're there watching. Anders is there. Tonight's forecast is cloudy, huh? Alright, see, one thing. Alright, that one's perfect. That last one wasn't worth a shit. That one laid down exactly where it was supposed to, right outside the print area. Perfect lay down. Oh, that didn't stick worth a crap right there. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so gotta go to tune. Go down to baby stepping. Where the hell does it go? I thought there was a live adjust Z. That's what I mean. Alright, so let's go back in here. Stop this print. Yes. It should eject and come this way, and it does. Take that off of there, that off of there. Let's try it again. Real quick before it unheats. Unheats. The hell is unheats? And it'll take a second. This is normal. What? What do you mean what? What's up, Anders? What did I say? What's your message deleted by? Vape joke, bad joke. Oh, I got you. Is it cloudy in here? My bad. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Stop spamming symbols warning. I don't get it. Maybe the periods? The dot and you did it twice in there? I don't know. That is kind of ridiculous. That one stuck better. So let's see how it does. The problem with the Bowden on this is the retraction, and it's a pain in the butt to get right. One thing is, too, I don't have a cooling fan on here like a dumbass. Let's see if we can pause this. It says finishing the move. I've got a fan nozzle over here that is supposed to work. We will see if it will work. I don't know if it will or not. Have to loosen the damn fan up for it to go on there. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's take that off. Let me get some alcohol over here and clean this again, because it ain't sticking worth a crap. And I may need to get some what you call it, acetone, and clean it the first time. But why don't we go in here? I've got the MK3 stuff on here. Why don't we go in the MK3 and load up their fan shroud. Load up the fan shroud of the MK3 in the slicer software. So let's delete this and add original Prusa MK2S heat bed printer parts STL fan nozzle. Alright, it will not print like that. So we are going to do it 90 degrees to the, oh, let's see. I forget how you friggin' rotate stuff in here. Gotta click it first. Oh, that's not it. Just rotate around the x-axis 90 degrees. That's it right there. Okay, now I figured that out. Alright, so we got that. We're going to put this on and do our thing. Alright, so we're going to use the 0.2 normal. Printer is going to be the original with the Prusa. I'm going to slice it now. Export the G code. And go down here to the F card and hit save. And what we will do here now, we're going to eject. Sorry guys, I'm talking to myself. Y'all know the deal. Y'all been here enough. Alright, so let's take this off and we will print the fan shroud from here. I don't really want it in silver, so I will print one in silver. Alright. We're going to print the fan nozzle G-code and hope like hell. Isn't there supposed to be a Z offset on here somewhere? No, that's all good. Main. Alright. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, Anders, was that. Was the dots. I mean, I don't know. Nightbot's a pain in the ass sometimes. I mean, if I gotta put glue on this PEI, that's just ridiculous. Because it may not be PEI. It says it's PEI, but it does not look like the Prusa one. You're right, it looks like a piece of friggin' glass is what it looks like. You want to troll the Nightbot? That's hilarious. Let's see if we can get a half-assed fan shroud out of here. And if we can, that would be great, because then I can put it on, and then we can print some other stuff, because I think that's part of the problem was a while ago. It's not the sticking part. Let's see how this works. Man, this thing is working just like the MK42 should. I've got to find that 3mm filament, though. Let's see how it works. It's printing. It is laying down plastic, which is always a good thing. Let's see how the first layer looks. I need to change anything or whatever. Cool thing about this is it doesn't get hot, so I mean PLA will work just fine. Oh, that laid down one hell of a first layer, fellas. I mean a hell of a first layer. That is friggin' awesome. This one really shouldn't take that long. I'm hoping. I didn't even look to see what it looked like in Slicer. Or Slick 3R. Oh, that's the MK3. Never mind. I gotta kill that. Get out. The cool thing about this is, other than the height, I can use this same exact profile for both of my printers here. Fan nozzle, hit open. Does it even say? No, it doesn't. Only 23 layers though. Nope. Doesn't tell you how long. Oh well. Tutorial of what? Because if you follow my last stream for a tutorial, everything went fine until we went to calibrating the bed. And it was basically my fault because I cut a corner I shouldn't have cut. So, I mean, if you're wanting a tutorial on how this is done, that last video is really not it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, if you combine it and this stream, yeah, it's fine. Because basically all I did was change where the, I've got to move this over, where the gantry was. and that was what was causing all my issues. So, what do we got here? How's it looking? I guess that's awful thin though for me. But I don't know. We'll see how it looks when it gets done. It might be just fine. The retraction settings are working pretty good, so I'm happy with those. Where are we at on time? We are at 42 minutes in this one. So another 42 minutes on the other stream or whatever, we'd have had her done. Yeah, it looks like a fan. I'm just gonna tell you. Hope you wasn't looking for nothing special. But anyway, I mean that's what we got. We are printing. Plastic is running through the veins of the printer, which is fantastic, buddy boy. Amazon order of Praline TPU 1 kilogram package will be here Thursday, April 12th. So I will have some flexible filament. My first ever flexible filament will be here on Thursday. Yeah, I will be printing one of these in orange, and I am going to go back and reprint the X carriage, either in PETG or whatever. It didn't print worth a shit. I didn't show y'all, but on my MK3, this happened with PETG, and it wasn't bowed. I did that because I ripped it off the bed while it was hot. But I had that. It's actually 1, 2, 3 layer shifts on this print, and it wasn't that high. Don't know why. Have no idea why. Wasn't under extruding. Wasn't doing any of that. Just 3 friggin' layer shifts before it was even up. What is that? That's Eson PETG, which is good PETG. Yeah. Scott, it was PETG. The Esun stuff, which is what I always print with. It's good stuff. But yeah, it didn't print those worth of crap. And I think it's the G part. Yeah, and that may be the case, Scott. I'm not sure. Well, I tell you what, I can tell I'm freaking sleepy now. But I think we're going to have us a fan shroud here in a little bit, though, fellas. It's at 30% done. Been doing for 9 minutes. So 3 times that, about 20 minutes, give or take. And we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, I know that. And actually that piece can be made out of PLA. And I have plenty of clear PLA that I can make it out of. It's basically just the cover for this. The cover for the LCD. So I can move it up top. And I'll probably print that tomorrow and put that on. Get all of that done. Get everything tidied up and cleaned up. Some wire wraps on it. Probably won't screw with much though, because it's laying down plastic. Everything's working on it, so I'm probably not going to mess much up. Yeah, the problem with the Mark III is I've been doing it with the cruise control, and you don't have any control over that. When you choose the PT option, it sets everything for you. So I need to take it into another slicer and do it that way. But I have really got to redo my hot end. I've got some ABS, orange ABS down here, and I'll probably redo the hot end in ABS. Because the PETG is just brittle to me. I mean, I will say it looks good. I love that clear orange like that. It's pretty orange. Oh yeah, this thing is jamming, boys. Yeah, the problem is there's two editions of that too now. You got the Mark III edition and the Mark II edition. So I have to be careful which one I use, because one's got the profiles that the other one doesn't. I believe that's the way it works anyway, I'm not sure. Well, I will say this. That was a 9-hour shot that was well spent. Well, I can see the word hot becoming visible on the front of the fan. I don't have a camera that I can put over it, let you see it printing, if that's something you wanted to see anyway. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I can get this one down there. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta get it mint the right way. I don't know if I can get it down there or not. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Now you can see it. Get on in there. Man, that bed does look sexy. Look how good that looked. It is pretty, ain't it? But y'all, that's no glue stick, no nothing. That's just PLA sticking to a bed. And this is my first print, so my first print with no cooling fan, because somebody forgot to print one. Oh, no raft. Oh man, you don't print with a raft. What's wrong with that? You can't do that. Yeah, I hear you. I've tried glue stick a couple times, and I haven't had great success with it. But there are people that swear by it, man. I mean, it's crazy, the people that swear by it. And I'm going to be going to bed about the time everybody else is getting up. Brain ditching. I gotta do that in the morning. Take the freaking garbage out. Tomorrow's garbage day. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't seeing much wrong with that. Yeah, as long as it finishes, Anders, it should look good. Yeah, Mike, it's looking pretty good, buddy. It's making it. Circular cooling fan. The problem is, it's got to be for the Mark II. This is a Mark II head, and the way it's set up, it has to be exactly for the Mark II. Yeah, I know. Actually, when I went to Goshen to Murph, I left mine at home. I left the fan shroud for it at home. I didn't even take it with me, and it printed the entire time I was up there. You know, and people seem to like the printer. Wow. I need buddies like that, man. Yeah, I need a couple buddies to buy me a couple of Olsen Rubies is what I need. I want to try my hand at nylon and carbon fiber. That Nylon X is what I want to try to print stuff in. Alright, it's bridging over the hole. Yeah, the actual shroud that comes on the MK3 is not very bad. I mean, it actually does go on each side of the part, so it's not too bad. I have to say, this sucker's kicking right along now. Well, the reason I said the Olsen Ruby is because then I don't have to worry about changing it. You know, that's the thing. You just don't have to worry about it. You just do it. He's kicking butt, guys. Oh, it's all right, man. It's actually a dual. It's the hot end fan and the part cooling fan all at the same time. It splits that air and takes part of it down as the part cooling fan. So it works okay. It's not the most efficient, but it does work. I mean, the Bishop I got out of it. What did I do with it? Where the hell did I put those? There it is. Yeah, that's that one. I had a Queen. Queen was the best one I printed. I don't know where it went. But the Bishop turned out pretty good. I had some stringing, and then I fixed the stringing. But it turned out pretty good. That's correct. Hey, JT, buddy, you still going? Well, I actually stopped the stream, JT, and then came back and started it again because it was kicking my butt, and I said, no, you're not going to do that. So I came back and did the changes that I needed to change, and those I had been skating around them. I didn't really want to do them. Whew. I need the best print, but I think it'll give me a fan shroud. But it is printing. It did run through the calibration. That was what we couldn't get it to do before, JT. And the reason being is because I had the gantry set back too far, and it couldn't get up where it needed to be. So once I moved the gantry forward 10 millimeters, it worked fine. And I really didn't think about that until the end of the stream when we'd been on there for eight and a half hours. And now I've been on this one an hour, but a majority of that's printing. So I'm printing a fan shroud right now to put on this. And then I'm going to, I'm going to print a rook or something, or some chess piece and try to get it to work. Every 10 millimeters counts, right? But yeah, no, it was, the thing is, what it was doing didn't make any sense. Even for the gantry being 10 millimeters forward, made no sense whatsoever. Or backwards. It wouldn't even go to the first calibration point. It would just stop over at the edge, and it was just dumb. And I think I know why now, but I didn't know then. And oh God, it was aggravating. Oh, I was so aggravated. And I just had to quit. And about the time I walked out the door, I said, no, let me finish. So I came back in and I finished. And it's working. It will work better with a fan shroud on it. I promise it will. It just beat that into submission. I don't know if y'all saw that. The 2040 is at 85% infill. There, where's my, oh, there you are. Yeah, I wanted to do it solid, but I didn't. I did not do it solid. So and the reason not is because sometimes when you do things 100%, there's not enough room for the infiller to cause bulging. And I think if I print it again, it'll still be at 85%, but I'll do 2 outside shells instead of 3, because I think that'll help the T-nut slide better. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And here I'm going to need screws, nuts. We're going to get all this ready. Woohoo! Did you see that? It came right at you. Look at there. There it is. Pop right off the bed. Let's see what we got here. Come on, turn to me. Let's look at that. That's the bottom. Look at that glass, boys. Look at that. That's actually a fine friggin' first print with no fan. A little stringy. That's also cooling fan. So that's actually not bad at all. I am not going to complain. I am going to try. Let me go back to the front shot here. I'm going to try to get this fan shroud on here. So I need to turn this so I can see it, not so y'all can see it. And then what we'll do is once I do that, then I'll reset it up for the shot there. And I may just let the sucker print. Move this up so I can see what I'm doing. And I am going to need to go through there. Let's see. I'll use you. Yeah, I think it'll work wonders having a fan shroud on it. I think it could actually, you know, the Z could go down just a little bit more. I think it'll be alright. Careful of the hot end. Are you not wanting me to burn myself? Take it easy, JT. Thank you for stopping by again. One of these days I'll have a stream you can hang around on, buddy. Alright. Now, grab a nut. Careful of the hot end. Rubber don't want me to burn myself. I don't even know if I need this. Let's see if I need that. But if I don't, if you'll just hold yourself up there. I don't know. How the hell this is supposed to work? Ooh. Out of hot ends hot. No, I'm just kidding. Hold on. Gotta get the fan in the right spot. There we go. I don't think I need a nut. I might. We'll see. Let's see how that'll do. Alright, so let's get this back around here. Get it turned the way it's supposed to turn. Make sure I got enough filament. I think I do. Yeah, I believe so. Alright, let's see how we look on the top shot. Man, look at that, dude. That's just a fine looking shot right there. I can live stream prints with that, y'all. What do y'all think? Moving the printer. Alright, let her heat up. Let's see what we get. Yep, I gotta find that filament tomorrow, and I will. I brought it home specifically for this job and then misplaced it. Right, I hear you, brother. To the front screen on the printer. Derek, that is a 12864, and it will not work with Prusa's firmware. Only the LCD, not the full, what you call it, but the, anyway, the LCD 2004 works with Prusa's, not the 12864. No, it works with the main board. It doesn't work with the firmware. So yeah, that's the reason. Right. You only use that. You only lose that top line. I mean, you lose the little image of the hot end and of the fan. That's what you lose. Everything else is on the front of this screen. So you don't lose all that. All the stuff you need is here. All the stuff you want is on the other one. Robert, do you get paid for all that? For doing all that? For all these clicks and stuff, buddy? You have to. I mean, there's no reason for you to do this otherwise. I'm not saying you don't love us, but there just ain't no sense in it. Oh, I got you. You say so, man. I'm really anxious to see how this turns out too. Guys, I'm gonna hang around until this gets up to the spires, the twisted spires, and then I'm gonna hit the hay because I'm about to fall asleep sitting here. 3 people need to hit the like button. All right, y'all hit the like button. Rover's on you. Y'all hit the like button. Whew. I tell you, man, I'm gonna print a bunch on this bed, and I'm gonna do a review. What speed is that run? I don't know. That's the Slick 3R Mark II, probably 60 millimeters a second. Probably 60 a second. I didn't go in and check it. Let me see. Do I got it still open? I don't think I still have it open. Let's see. Oh, print setting. Speed. 50 millimeters a second. Parameters. Infill 60. Yeah, it's the standard. Just the standard all around. Uh-oh. That won't work. We're done. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but we are done right there. So let's pause this. Let's see if I can pause it and fix it. I don't know if I can fix it or not. Maybe. Maybe, baby. I don't know. Why did you come off like that? That's just dumb. My clippers. What the hell? It shredded my PTFE tube. Okay. It's all the way in there. Alright, so let's pull you out. We got a bulb on the end of it. So. Well, let's make it a little better than that. Normally that only happens when the retraction's too large, and that may be the case because I've got 3 millimeters on retraction, and I think for the Bowden they suggest 2.5. So I might have get a little overzealous with my. Alright. Let's go ahead and hit resume. Should be preheating. It is. The bed's already there, so I just got to get the. Yeah, there is, Derek. Lots of coating. I actually got it working, but you have to take so much out of the firmware to make it work that it's really not worth the effort, man. Nope. You know what? I think I got a jam. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, we're just going to have to, I'll clear this sucker tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. It laid down plastic. I am happy. And guys, I'm going to let y'all have it because I'm done. I am done in. This is stuck to the bed really well. There we go. I don't have any fingernails, so it's fun for me. But yeah, I mean, it was laying down plastic perfectly. Actually, I printed this same exact piece over there, and it's so much better than that one. There's 7 people watching this now. Let me see. Let me see if I can heat this up. And settings, temperature, nozzle. Let's set it at about 220. it nice and hot. See if I can push this. I don't know, Mike. You see me still playing with it, so I don't know. I just need to see if I can. If I'm gonna have to take the nozzle apart, then yes, I'm going to bed. If I can push it through, then we'll see. I believe we just cleared the nozzle. Have to look and see. Yeah. Alright. May need a new nozzle on the damn thing, because it's barely squirting out plastic. Not anything like it's supposed to be. Or it could be the plastic itself. Let's see what we can do here. Preheat. Print the bishop again. Let's see if it'll finish. Gotta heat the bed up. 9 degrees. What time is it? It's 4:30 in the morning. I have to get up in 1 hour. Isn't that fun? 1 friggin' hour. See how well it starts again. Uh-oh. Damn it. Starting off good again. Laying down some good plastic. Man, and that's this friggin' the mesh bed leveling on the Mark 42 beds is second to none. I hate to say it, but it is second to absolutely none. I think that really had to do with my retraction setting. Really do. Which sucks, but we'll see. Okay, 5 people. We let it, like I said, if I gets to the spires, I'm going to let it run, and then we'll go to bed. Because the spires are a lot of retracting and going around and that type of thing, so we'll have to see how that works. See, I need to learn how to get OBS to do a time lapse of this. I should get down a little lower, I think. I believe I can anyway. There we go. A little closer. I'm sure laying down some plastic now, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, nope, it broke out again. So yeah, it's the retraction settings. So let's stop this. See if I can pull some of that, put you back down in there. Yeah, you get pushed out. I'm gonna need to find some more PTFE tube, a longer piece. Pull this out here. Yeah, 'cause it's pushing right out. And the last time I did that, I changed the end. I'm not going to do that this time. We're going to pop this out of the way. Get over there. Go to the front shot. And it was a little different spot this time, but same thing. Same deal. I may have to order some more PTFE tube. I thought I had another roll of it. I think I actually used it for the tall printer back here, so don't know if I do. Let me look. I've got some, but it ain't enough. Nowhere near enough. So, yeah, no, that piece isn't long enough either. I don't have a long enough piece. But as I said before, PTFE tube is pretty cheap. So, is this piece long enough for me to cut? Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I got enough here. I can cut this piece off. Probably use that piece tomorrow. Alright guys, I'm getting out now. I'm done. I'm going to bed. Time Snapper Classic. You can do web page snapshot. Yeah, I'm going to bed this time. I'm out. Good night, fellas. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here. Later, Anders, Mike, Rover, Derek. Who else is in here? It said 5, so I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a good one, buddy. Thanks. Send me a link. All right, Scott. Take it easy, buddy. Y'all have a good night. We'll get a good print tomorrow or something. I don't know. Maybe on Mail Thing Thursday. I'll have it running. Y'all have a good one.